Good evening, Scar. My name is The Ferret. I'll be commentating for this match. Standard disclaimer, if you don't hear the sound of my voice, please go to the main menu, go to the mute symbol, and feel free to mute me under The Ferret. Shut me up real quick. Now, in any case, from what I've seen so far, I mean, blue team actually had a nice successful push there. I'd say the team more lopsided to, now this red team, whose setup so far is, very good. Actually doing well. Blue team, they have an abundance of one class that I don't particularly think is suited for pushing, but they might make it work. This is a good map for that.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Now, in any case, it's upwards. I do like this map, very open. It's a nice, straightforward push map like Badwater. And this has nice long range where, engineers are actually quite vital to actually get people moved up to the front. The other thing is, it's also a bit of a Pyrus paradox for pushing people off the sides.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Yes, it'll be on YouTube. Feel free to speak. I mean, you primarily have the channels, so but yeah, I'll hand out the information for that a bit later. In any case, doors open. It's something little god there harassing blue spawn, trying to keep him in. TF2 public ferret, but I'll go over that a bit later. In any case, blue are eventually making their way out, a bit cautiously. And then there goes the blue, but nicely put down. Medic and Heavy worked their way up, actually got the field there. They didn't release too early into somewhere we didn't really need to go. Got pushed up, used the Uber, pushed all the way back, and now they should have a nice clearance on that cart for the moment. However, this red team, the previous blue team, pretty skilled. I think they should be able to come back from this. What I'm seeing for the moment is red team are holding themselves. Blue aren't really pushing the cart as hard as I would expect. I mean, we have a nice Uber advantage like that, push up the field and give you all that space and room to manoeuvre. You go for it.
Never mind. Oh god, man, run, man.
Yeah. Now, what's beginning to happen is this red team is retaking the field. They're pushing back. Blues haven't been able to keep the pressure up as much as they should have. Ooh, Rob Leach there with crits. Now crits, I think I've said it before in many videos, crits sold heavies are dangerous, partially because their bullets do not suffer from damage fall off. So, getting hit for 27 damage at range, even for a sniper, is very dangerous. Someone's got to be careful of heavies, because they can just suddenly kill you. So we're in with a mini sentry. Not bad for assaulting. I mean, they're not advanced for defensive works. Mini sentries, they're terrible for that. Great on guys like Granary, but not particularly. Playing on red. No, don't use minis. Never gonna work. Oh, nice stab in there from Cytox. Oh, just misses that. Now that was a vital stab he needed to get, and he just missed that. I'm very sorry. If you don't want to hear my voice, please go to the main menu. There should be a little box with an ear in it, with an X through it, and it gives you a list of all the players on the server. One of them should be me as the ferret, and that'll keep me quiet. Now, in any case, red teams seem to rally back from that Uber. I thought that Uber was actually pushing a lot harder and made that cart move up, but no, they come back from that. In any case, yeah, it's been so far. It's actually been quite a. I am very sorry. I will try and shut up when people are talking, but yeah, that would be a problem. Now, so far, red team's actually doing pretty well. I mean, it's 2 minutes on the clock here. They've actually managed to, keep blue away from the cart for most of the game. However, they can't die too hard and fast, otherwise they would, have no force to really repel them with. Now, Yeah, this red team is actually doing quite well. I mean, they're just holding very nicely. I think what we're seeing here is they're going in, shooting at people, firing up, pushing them back, but not dying. If they die too hard, Blue will sense the weakness and just move in. Oh, Rob Leach comes out surprise heavy. Oh, punished for that. That's what people get about the heavy. They're actually quite a good surprise class. You know, you see a big fat man with a minigun around the corner, you know, you're doomed. 1 minute 20 on the clock. This is looking a bit dicey for this blue team. They haven't really got the push on. Now that might be the problem right there. I mean, blue team are, you know, using 3 snipers. I mean, they're not the best push class. I mean, ideally you only really need 1 sniper on the blue team to, you know, deal with far threats and hazards. Now in any case though, Apex there, he's been playing good heavy actually, gets in there, moves up, and starts pushing the cart. Yes, I say ideally, I mean...
Spy behind us.
I say ideally in that, you know, you only really need 1 sniper to get rid of sentries, other snipers, counter-sniping and things like that. The problem is you can't really, like, push up and push with them. They're not very good at pushing. You put them in front of any other class, they don't really do well. Unless you have a huntsman guy, then, and even then they're quite a bit of skill. Now, 3 minutes 15 on the clock. Now, this is one of the longer segments of the course. I think one of my favourite parts of it actually is the second point.
And there's a sniper watching you.
Pardon, sorry?
He's watching him.
Oh yeah, I'm in spectator just watching over things, and I'm trying to capture as much as I can, to be fair.
I was talking to my demo.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sticky's on cart, back away.
Yep, keep backing.
Now, from what looks of it, here is red. You know, got a nice confined space. Excellent use of Derman stickies there. Now, the stickies on the cart is a traditional tactic, but put them in a cave where they can use all the walls around it, and then people get a bit nervous trying to move in, take the cart. You know, and that's where you're playing good old-fashioned Uber. Just get in there, massacre everything. You know, being invulnerable really does help with staying alive. Speaking of Ubers, yeah. Now, this is these guys in Scenery there and Apex. These 2 guys, I would say, are really just basically carrying. I won't say carrying anything, but they're really helping out. They're prime characters on this blue team. However, oh, the genius there just rumbles that medic, takes him out. Now, Heavy's. Oh, what is going on here? Rob Leach just gets the crits on. Red team has been somewhat pushed back a bit. They need to retake the ground fast as they can.
Demo in the tunnels, camping the cart with stickies.
And yep, Red are really moving back up this field. I do like the way this team, you know, maintains a very active defence. You have some teams that tend to play too standoffish. They play class that require you to, you know, fire from a further away range. But this team, you know, fire out some heavies, some soldiers here and there, maybe a couple of scouts and demo men. That's great, a good fighting team. And what they can do is when they destroy an enemy, they can just simply move up, retake the ground, and that's what Red needs to do. Just delay Blue as hard and much as possible. Blue team now. I mean, that heavy medic needs to actually kind of, you know, that they have been so far actually doing a lot of good work. But the problem is when they move in, they feel a bit unsupported, and you know, where they move in, devastate Red team. Is where Blue team should. That's where Blue team should really be pushing the cart. But as you've seen though, I mean, you know, Blue team hasn't really been overly cart pushing this game. They've been more concerned about trying to kill the enemy, which, to be fair, is what you need to do if you want to get to the cart. But at the same time, though, you're not really making gains. This isn't really a cover shooter style of game. It's more of a, you know, get in there, get hurt, and hopefully win kind of style of game.
There are combos on the hill.
Oh, nice couple of stabs there from Josh. That's a good spar right there. Approaches from behind. Too many spars I've seen with dead ringers, you know. Approach from the front, get rumbled, and then wonder why, you know, they keep getting found out. Well, that was a bit of a rollover there. Oh, you know, I say rollover. Red did lose the first point, but you kind of expected to on these kind of maps. Okay, teams have been switched. Actually, I think at this point I might throw in a scramble request. So for the next game, new balls, please.
Oh, hey, Tiff.
Hello.
Now, what I expect from this team now? We now changed to switch around team. I am favouring the blue team here. Well, previous red team, previous blue team before that. They just seem to have their act together and being able to push, just generally being aggressive. I mean, that's something that you can really miss.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Oh right, me in terms of like what I'm doing, I'm generally going around most of the Skull servers, trying to get a few matches here and there. I usually haunt Gold Rush, to be fair, and have done for a while, but I'm trying to make an effort now to get around all the servers. And when I appear, it'll be random, I'm afraid, so can't really give you an address or details.
10 seconds. 5, 4,
But yeah, it'll be on YouTube later.
2, 1.
Doors open. Now, Cytox there takes out Stenley there. I don't know how Stenley did not figure out that guy was a spy. I mean, for me that would be a dead giveaway, but somehow he managed to go. Didn't know that much. Tiff. Nah, get rid of that guy. Now, blue team on the push. Oh, Spy goes in for the cart. Got rumbled.
Attention. 5 minutes
Now,
left in the mission. 5 minutes left
excuse
in the
me.
mission.
Blue team moving up somewhat. They're okay. They got some guys on the cart. They're moving up nicely. Red team's looking a bit beleaguered though, and that's one thing I'm finding with usually the better teams. The best teams are usually a tad more aggressive. They will, you know, go for every opportunity they can find and take as much ground as they can, and they won't leave, you know, margins forever here and there. I mean, what we're seeing here is, you know, this blue team moves up. They tend to deplete themselves on the move up, but they get the cart pushed. And usually when they, you know, attack in such a dangerous and reckless way, they usually get a few kills. And one of the main principles for this style of game, the attack and defense type of map, is that blue team will win usually because they have the better respawn time, and red has a much significantly worse respawn time. It tends to equal out towards the
Spy edgy behind us.
tends to work out towards the you know, the last map, the last point in the game, where basically they're a bit more equal. Now, anyway, there's an Uber out. Sin. Oh, lovely puff work there. Yep, get rid of that. Now, that team's going to try and acquire new targets. Oh, that's nice work there. Now, Model Rick Martel there gets out the Uber Saw. Demo Man compliantly lets him, you know, get a few stabs in, and that's great. I mean, that's the inside knowledge you really need some games. I mean, most players just blast the sniper anyway and just be done with it. But no, get a couple of good stabs in there, build that Uber charge up halfway. Now,
Incoming flare from the hills.
Red Hands will reform their defense line.
Spy on sentry.
No, blue keeping up with this cart. Ah, very nice. They've got a nice Rob Leach on heavy on the cart. Heavies and carts are, you know, made for each other. You know, it's a nice bank of healing and constant ammunition source, which, you know, is great for spy checking and just generally killing anything in the way. Yes, now look at this cart. This cart's really got marked at the point. There's more time on the clock. Just getting on and pushing the cart, and you know. No, afraid not. I am not an admin. There might be problems later. You know, admins do kind of start questioning why I'm spectating so heavily. In any case, the cart is pushed. 10 minutes on the clock. This is a lot to go. Red team have got to do something major here. I haven't seen any like Ubers yet.
Spy on you, med. Spy sniper.
There, that car is on the move, and it's, you know, Rob Leach kind of leading the charge. He's got forward vanguard elements, you know, getting things out of the way, but when he gets around the corner, the rest of the team, they just generally mop up the casualties. The other thing we haven't really seen yet in this game is a good couple of sentries. They've usually been a bit more subdued or taken out immediately. that's the other thing is that, you know, this blue team is doing. I said, a good aggressive team can do this kind of thing. You know, they've got some guys pushing the cart because they know, you know, the cart will be fine. But they're going to push up and make sure that gets nothing near the cart. And that's one of the things I've been finding as a universal principle of this game is, if you can push beyond and secure the objective, you will win a game so much easier than trying to hold and simply keep tight the objective. You've got to push out. In any case, can't over the point. Maximum 10 minutes achieved. Now, I do not favour Reg's chances here. As I said, they need some Ubers. They need some way to stop the cart. I mean, Rob Leach has spent the entire game pretty much on the cart, firing at anything that might resemble an enemy through the walls. I mean, he's not doing anything wrong there. He's actually doing fine. I mean, look, that cart's getting pushed. Oh, and shot. Well, that's his. You know, that's his reign of terror ended. Now, red team reforming. Now, is that a crit? Crit stem, and this is dangerous.
Yes.
Oh no, no, no! Crit power jack. That's always unpleasant. Dustmum there goes for those medics, gets rid of them. Now, that's the thing. You know, a good player in the game will recognise the value of a medic and annihilate them as soon as they see them, or keep them protected as hard as possible. Now, the problem here is that, you know, red team is generally dying. They need a skill injection of some sort. They need something. Still, I haven't seen an Uber yet. Maybe a bit unlucky. Maybe they did have a crit, but that's not exactly an Uber.
We already had our Uber. You missed it.
Ah, sorry, I missed that Uber. Let's have a look at the teams. Yes, 3 snipers. I mean, 2, 3 is not bad on a defensive team, but when it comes to balls to the wall action, you really ought to have some more guns on the ground. I mean, this is the thing with this blue team, they're just on the cart, and there's nobody really stopping them. Oh, is Nubis is trying. Now, he tried. Yeah, I respect that. You know, he might have stopped it a little. And that was pushed. Well, new balls, please.
Look at the class
Mission
balance.
begins in 60 seconds.
Well, obviously there needs to be some class changes here and there. Obviously on blue team, a little bit admin heavy for my personal liking. Red team, fine. You know, they've made it work. Oh, thanks, man. It's cool. Now, one thing I haven't been seeing so far yet is some good couple of sentries here and there. I mean, usually on the second point, you get that nice sentry just outside red spawn, and that's always a pig to take down. And you know, we haven't really seen any sentries here and there. I mean, I think that pops up occasionally, but then blue team decided, nah, deal with it. Yeah, now that can be a problem for an engineer. I mean, what do? Do they start building towards the back end, and then actually their buildings are just redundant, or they build towards the front, and they have not enough time, and they don't really any help anyway?
2, 1.
Doors open. Oh, unlucky scout there. Oh, just make away with that. Now, blue team is kind of advancing. Overwhelming scream of soldiers somewhere. I don't know where that came from. Blue team hasn't really moved out. Okay, they're starting to amble out now. Red team's keeping up the fire. They're not moving into that area. I mean, it's not really the best speed. I mean, you know, right up against blue spawn. Not much you can do there. However, they're doing the good things. Just spam fire all the explosives. It's a good tactic. I mean, it's almost tradition in TF2. Tiff, nice. Oh, scumbag medic. I mean, Sin there going for the jumps, and then medic just Ubers right next to him and makes that whole attempt useless. Now, Sin found Josh. Can he recover? Nope, he's off. Okay, red team is buckling a little, but to be fair, I'm not sure. I haven't played up to too much, so I can't really say, you know, how the game's supposed to go too much. Yeah, blue team doesn't seem to be the most aggressive of teams. Oh, it's Apex. Surprise Apex. Oh, no, no. Beasley there tries to get in behind the heavy. Eventually got stabbed by Cytox. Yeah, I think Red is retaking the ground here at the moment. Oh dear, Medium's there, playing Sniper. Now that's the problem, he's up too far and trying to do sniper things. Yeah, no, this is the problem right here. I mean, 11 players or so, 3 snipers. That is not going to help in a push. You really can't use snipers so much in a push.
Incoming soldier above you, meds.
Oh, nice work from Aerowaves there. Takes out the teleport. That should be critical, actually. Now, I've always been a big advocate of destroy all the goddamn teleporters. You need to get rid of those. You know, the force multiplier in this game is one of the biggest things, you know, to get. And we have an Uber sniper. I sense desperation and maybe some confusion. Legion's there. Dying from overexposure to fire. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened there. I mean, Medic, I think, was really trying to find somebody to push with. Oh, here goes an Uber. Things are burning.
It was just about to die.
Oh, Airwaves again. Okay, Blue are, you know, wrapping this up. Oh, and then Red throw out another Uber. Nice Uber work from both teams here. You know, we're seeing like Red, Blue throwing in Ubers here and there. Maybe the sniper Uber wasn't most advised, but couldn't be helped. And Red counter Uber and hopefully should push that all back again. 2 minutes on the clock. Now, Cartridge needs nudging over, not really nudging over the line, but just needs pushing over a little bit, and Blue have this. Killer Freak, nice work there, he's doing well. Now, that's a nice area right there for, you know, the other thing is, having a nice level 3 dispenser there always helps. Just get you guys resupplied, refueled, get back out there. Now, oh, now that's an Uber and a half there. You know, Red Uber, try to stop pushing the cut push. Had to Uber up. It was maybe somewhat wasted, but perfect, but maybe need to be done.
Bad. Cool. Oh god.
Blue are still being somewhat repulsed. This red team is, you know, they're buckling here and there, but they push back when they can.
Spy to the right of us.
So Doc's got rumbled. Yeah, he's got. Oh no! Grenade to the face. Now, this little hump area right here, you know, little mountain area, you got to go up it, some stairs down to the cart. Both teams are fighting over that very heavily. I want to make sure that, you know, I think the nice bit is a nice bit of cover. And there goes an Uber, a little bit misguided, and some puffing action. Have they got enough time on that Uber? There's a counter Uber. It's a complete mess. They ran out of Uber.
Sticky as an Uber, not grenades.
Oh dear, yeah, no, that sentry did not go down, but they ran out of time on that Uber. Maybe popped a little early.
There's a lot of stickies.
And the problem was that Pyro just took a load of that time off. And Red threw a counter Uber in there. 13 seconds on the clock. I think Red have this. They, you know, defended very well. Blue came close though, to be fair.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And yeah, that was okay. That was a fairly, I would say actually that came quite close. But, you know, I think Blue team needs to be a bit more aggressive. They were using Ubers, but I think the Uber usage was a bit botched. I mean, you know, we saw one Uber at the back where, you know, we saw an Uber at the back defending against a rocket jumping soldier. Then another Uber around somewhere else, you know, on a sniper. I think that was, you know, a bit misjudged. And then we had like a couple of guys move in, try and take down the sentry, and it was going for it, but it just never really just got where it needed to go. And I'd say it might come down to bad luck, basically. And yes, this is true. They are on red though, so it does help them. But this, yes, 3 snipers. I mean, they may be trying to go for the Three Musketeers, but I don't know.
This is most likely my last round, so
3, 2, 1.
yeah, right.
Door was open. Okay, now blue team is moving out. There's Happy Pyros here and there trying to find spies. Now blue team kind of moved up, but they've not really pushed the cart yet. Red team hasn't moved to meet the blue team. It's all a bit standoffish, to be fair.
Attention. 5 minutes.
Spy on you, Huntsman Sniper.
5 minutes left in the mission.
Okay, blue are now getting on that cart. Again, this is all good. Keep that thing pushed.
Spy behind us, no clue where. Probably disguised / cloaked.
Black Cat just gets out of that pyro fight. I thought he was really going to go over the edge there, but just managed to hang on by his tippy toes. Makes his way back in. Okay, look at the car. I've met some problems. Eventually the push stops. Now blue need to kind of move in. Blue, I think, have the advantage. They're smelling victory. Well, small victory. But, you know, where are they? I mean, this is the thing. I mean, a better, more pushy, aggressive team would actually just move in hard on the cart and push forward. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing, like, a lot of expected, are they going to come around the corner and start shooting us? You can't really have that mentality. You've got to meet the enemy of the blue team. In any case, though, they've got some more time on the clock. 6 minutes. Blue team are doing okay. Red team, though, has got to pull it back together a bit. Oh, look at this blue team. Now they're pushing. This is good. This is fun.
They might have just called.
And it's a bluebird. This is critically bad. Airwaves, nice work. Now, oh, that Uber was nicely dispersed by airwaves there. Gets rid of that. Maybe the damage has been done though. Dream Crush, I think, maybe a bit stuck. Just got taken out for idling there. Okay, red maybe taking back ground here. I don't know what happened to the blue. I thought they were going to move in and take that area, but it just didn't turn out that way. Zolly, nice work. This guy is just generally getting the burns in. This is also a very nice area for a pyro. And he's pushed off the cliff. Ah, pity that. As I said, this is an arsehole area for pyros. They just love this area. Just, nah, go away, off the cliff.
Spy behind us.
Now, looks like red team are holding somewhat. Maybe. Oh, there's Drago there. Nice stab. The blue team begins to move in. Black Cat, Airwaves, I think really the prime defenders here. They're just dying, unfortunately. Right, Zolly, oh again, the Pyros on this red team here are actually doing really nice work of just generally being annoyance. They're getting where they need to be. Oh, Josh, now I think the thing is that I saw Josh coming for the, run on the cart. The heavy saw him. Now, in that position I would have not tried to charge, and try and stab the heavy. The heavy saw you coming and, that was it. Now, as I said before, snipers, worst enemy of the heavy. Really hard hit the guy from short range, the minigun, the long range minigun. It's 9 minutes on the clock. Now, this is the problem. This red team hasn't really been able to stop this downward slide of losing. Blue team's just keeping, pushing in. Kind of, generally succeeding, I think is the term I'd give. They're not pushing as hard as you might expect, but at least they're actually getting good scores and pushing out doing reasonably well. Ooh, Apex. I thought Apex was going to really clobber that medic, but no. Oh, Angus had to Uber, and it's looking bad. Aerowave is going for the troll. No, no, almost for the Uber off the side. Just didn't come off though. Black Cat there, trying to build, on fire. Dead from fire. Yeah, that's probably trying to build the sentries last minute. You got to hope your team can cover you in long enough to get something decent built up. Oh, Josh doesn't get it again. Unfortunately, Soldier's looking behind. Genius saw him and just clobbered the guy. Now, that's the problem with the cart. Now, the more experienced players will, you know, just see the cart, you know, keep an eye, occasionally flick backwards, check on it. And that's what you've got to be, you know, really careful of, because, you know, it's, one of the biggest annoyances playing Spy is when, you know, you can't look at somebody, you're about to backstab them, and then all of a sudden they just turn around at the last second. It's that annoying bit of luck you can't control. In any case,
you can just go stab them.
yeah, you can just stab them, but it's just
Surprise me.
in any case, it's, you know, it's still heavy on the cart. Silver's still going at it, doing heavy things in heavy places, where the rest of the blue team falling into the pit of despair. Now, the time's in the clock. There's nothing really stopping the blue team now. They've got to push it to victory. And that's done. A convincing win for blue there. They just simply pushed that, kept pushing it. Red didn't really have much. I mean, we saw some movers here and there, but yeah, I don't know. I just maybe lack of skill, maybe a lack of engineering, whatever, whatnot.